Good morning and welcome to Johnson's Garden Time. Jeremy, we get to May and it's time to get our annuals out, and there's I think a group of annuals that we maybe are not used as much as they could, and that's some of our tropical plants and our native sunflower too.
You know, tropicals are a group of plants that tend to survive in the tropics or it's warm year round, but things that of course aren't going to be winter hardy here for us, but are going to perform very well in our summers. You've got a hibiscus right next to you, which, you know, these are a plant that really love the heat. The flowers are going to last one day only, but they're going to keep flowering really all summer long. Keep them fed for the best flower power, and I think you're going to be extremely happy. You know, one plant that was new for us a couple years ago that you've been growing several pretty big crops of are these Sunbelievable sunflowers. And when we first saw them a couple years ago in Oregon, I was a little bit skeptical. Monrovia Nursery came out with it, and they said, you know, 1,000 blooms per summer, and so we tried them out a couple years ago, and really were some of the best performers we've got in our landscape.
We have in our flower beds out in front of the store, and I went back recently and looked at those pictures I'd taken, and they're about a 3 foot tall, and it's just covered with yellow. And they got two different types. There's brown-eyed girl and golden girl.
You know, one thing a term we use is self-cleaning, and those plants didn't need to be deadheaded one time. They just kept flowering and flowering, got bigger and bigger. So the Sunbelievable is going to be one of the best plants we can plant this summer.
Another group of plants are the Cannas, and it's a plant that, you know, if you're lucky, it'll come back if it's in a warm spot. But I really like to treat it like an annual, and I'll say these aren't your grandparents' Cannas.
Some of them are. We've got some heirloom varieties of Cannas that we'll have this summer. We've also got the Canova series, which is some relatively new breeding. It actually comes from seed, so that they're clean. They're not going to have virus issues that some of your grandparents' Cannas maybe would have had, but going to be great performers all summer long. If you've got a hot spot, if you've got an area that takes a little bit of moisture, they're going to be very happy.
Great dark foliage, also reddish foliage. I use them in containers on the west side of my house, red brick, and they just love that heat and sun, and like I say, they bloom all summer long. Talk about feeding. We've got the hibiscus and tropical plant food, which is great for our tropical plants.
Has some nitrogen, helps keep the foliage happy, which is going to keep plants flowering on, and then the premium bedding plant food is great for any flowering plant.
Right. Come see us. Our greenhouses, our stores are full of color for this summer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.